together. I invite you to rise in body and or spirit, and we'll sing hymn number 237, the first Noel.
Wow, what a crowd. Good morning. Welcome to UCCW, here in Brookfield, Wisconsin. It's good to gather as a joyful community committed to spiritual growth, inclusion, and justice. Now today we are having some internet problems, so unlike a usual Sunday service, we will not be able to live stream this service due to the internet. And there also will not be an option to view the service from the community room. In any event, welcome. My name is Mark Steinberg, and I serve our congregation as one of your Board of Trustee members. I should mention that the service is still being recorded and will be posted to the YouTube, even though there's no internet capability. We offer gratitude for the privilege of living and gathering on traditional territory of a number of Native American nations who have cared for the land for millennia. Much of the history of this land and its people has been erased or ignored. Those of us who are settlers and newcomers are beholden to learn that history and engage in the work of reconciliation and reparation. Through our UU values and principles, our community of spiritual seekers is called to take action by our commitment to justice, equity, and right relations, united in covenant and in the spirit of love. As a welcoming congregation to gay, lesbian, transgender, bisexual, and queer plus peoples, we continue to address ongoing homophobia, violence, and unfair legislation targeting them. As an anti-racist faith community, We also acknowledge that racism throughout our society continues to lead to the violent deaths and oppression of Jews, Black and Indigenous peoples, and other people of color. May we engage in the struggle to dismantle white supremacy, culture, and other exclusionary practices that perpetuate inequalities, injustices, and poverty in our community and in our world. Let's make it happen. We are a community of communities. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever your age or the color of your skin, your gender identity, and your chosen beliefs, even if none at all, you are welcome here. Whomever you love and however you define family, you are welcome here. Whatever the cultures of your ancestors, the language your grandparents spoke, the abilities or disabilities you hold, you are welcome here. Welcome also to our newcomers and visitors. We hope that you have picked up a flyer on your way in to learn about what to expect and how to connect. We'd love to have you fill out the welcome side of the blue sharing slips that were handed out with the hymnals, and hope to see you at the newcomer table in the foyer after the service. Alternatively, you can reach out to us online at visitor@uucw.org. There's time for coffee, tea, and conversation for everyone after the service in the community room. You can gather there, or if you prefer, hang out in the sanctuary or library. Challenge yourself to talk to someone who you have not yet met. Let's build community together. And now, a few housekeeping items. People of all ages are always welcome in our sanctuary. Today's service is multi-generational, so there will be no religious education classes this morning. However, the nursery is open for children up to age 5, and the Young Religious UU group will meet about 11:30 after their bake sale ends in the community room. There is a worship exploration table for those of you who would like to keep busy while listening to the service. There are always many ongoing opportunities to get involved in our church community. For those of you in the sanctuary, please look at the announcements accompanying today's order of service. Unfortunately, we don't have people watching online, but if they had, or if they happen to catch the service on YouTube, and they have a weekly e-news edition, or have access to the website, uucw.org, they can also check out the various announcements. I just want to point out a few of them. Item number 2 in your announcements, the Board of Trustees will meet. Their monthly meeting is this Thursday, the 19th at 7 p.m. in room upper level 4 or on Zoom. All are welcome to attend. See the e-news for the Zoom link. Item number 8, there are a couple of opportunities to participate in music services by singing this month. Specifically, the Winter Solstice Ritual, where you can sing with other solstice singers. We'll have a rehearsal on December 17th at 7 p.m. You will learn simple songs to sing at that particular service ritual, which will be on December 21st at 10 a.m. And that service will be led by our 4 p.m.? Oh, thought it had been 10 a.m. It's 4 p.m., so I had it wrong no matter which way I read it. Sorry about that. Thank you, Ruben. 4 p.m., and that service will be led by the Earth Spirit team. The second service I'm referring to is the Christmas Eve service, where you can sing with the multi-generational Christmas choir. The whole family is invited to learn 2 songs at that rehearsal. That rehearsal, according to my notes, is Tuesday, December 17th at 6 p.m. And the service, of course, would be on Christmas Eve. For either of these two services, please RSVP to Ruben by tomorrow, Monday, December 16th. Next, there are two UUCW orientation sessions coming up on January 11th and January 18th. Newcomers and longtime visitors are invited to join Reverend Jill, Dave Cicero, our Director of Lifespan Religious Education, and representatives from our membership team for a two-part orientation class, again held Saturday, January 11th and 18th from 9:30 to noon. And lastly, the UUCW Peer Givers Support Group meets on Tuesday, December 17th from 1 to 2 p.m. in upper level room 5. And now let's learn more about today's holiday service, which will lift all of our spirits, from Reverend Jill and our music director, Ruben. Thank you.
Once again, good morning. My name is Reverend Jill Braithwaite. I use she, her pronouns. And it is my honor to welcome you to Unitarian Universalist Church West. We gather this morning with warm and open hearts for our annual holiday music celebration.
And my name is Ruben Piirainen. I'm the director of music, and I use he, him pronouns. Our celebration this year focuses on the themes of darkness and light. We hold these two forces with equal reverence and awe. This time of year, we are especially mindful of the place of darkness and light in our lives as we live in rhythm with the seasons and Earth's turning and tilting.
Darkness and light continually offer us their gifts, both as lived realities and as powerful metaphors. This morning, we will explore darkness and light through words and music that honor the winter holidays of Hanukkah, winter solstice, and Christmas.
Our musicians are bringing us their best today, and we know that you will want to show them your appreciation. We do request that you please hold your applause until the place in your order of service marked acclamation. This is number 26. If you can wait that long. We have reserved this spot especially so that you will have the opportunity to thank them.
And now, as we move together into the darkness and the light of the season, let us rise in body and or spirit and sing together hymn number 235, Deck the Hall with Boughs of And now I invite Mark Steinberg to light our chalice, and I invite us all to read our chalice lighting words, which are printed in your order of service. In this small flame dwell, the beacon light of lanterns guiding travelers home, the warmth of hearth fires tended through the generations, the transforming energy of furnaces, and the power and life of our sun. These blessings, warmth and light and life-giving energy be kindled in each of us. The Jewish festival of Hanukkah celebrates light in the darkness and commemorates a Jewish victory over oppressive empire. There are many ways of telling the origin story of Hanukkah, and this is one. About 2,200 years ago, the Syrian Empire took over Jerusalem and the Jewish temple there, and it outlawed Judaism and all its practices, forbidding the people from using the temple and observing rituals and practices there. It was their most sacred place. A Jewish resistance movement known as the Maccabees fought against their oppressors. They skillfully used creative military strategy and tactics. Though outnumbered, the Maccabees ultimately defeated the Syrian armies. After their victory, this version of the story goes, the Maccabees entered the temple and saw that the occupiers had trashed the place. They cleaned it up, but they noticed that the menorah, the lamp that burns continuously as a symbol of God's presence, had been stolen by the Syrians. The Maccabees quickly made a new one, but then they found that the jars of consecrated oil for the lamp had been smashed and overturned. Then in the corner of a storeroom, they found one small jar of oil, only enough to last one day. Everyone began working to get and prepare more oil, and at the same time, the Maccabees decided to light the menorah anyway, as a way to show their faith in God and to freely exercise their religion. And here comes the miracle. The lamp did not go out after one day. Instead, it burned continuously for 8 days, the exact amount of time it took to have new oil ready. In memory of this miracle, Jews light the Hanukkah menorah for 8 days each year. The lights of Hanukkah remind us of the persistence of hope against all odds. They remind us to take the risk of leaning into love, to risk making a new way when it seems like there is no way. They remind us to hold fast to who we are and what we value. Another Hanukkah tradition is to place the lighted menorah in the window of one's home to let the light shine out into the world. It is a welcoming beacon for the love of family and friends, and it is also a welcoming beacon shining as love for strangers and neighbors, offering to light their way. May the limitless light of love of each of us shine brightly out into the world. And now let us rise in body or spirit and sing together hymn number 221, Light One Candle.
Light one candle for the pain they endured when their right to exist This is the reading, Each of Us Can Bring Light, by Rabbi Rachel Barenblatt. Even in times of darkness or despair, when hope is hard to find, when you feel overwhelmed by the world's sorrows, when you've done everything you know how to do and you feel like it isn't enough, Hanukkah comes to remind us, don't give up. Make that leap of faith to try to build a life, a community, a world that is better and brighter than the one that we have right now. And each of us can start with our own light, one tiny flame against the darkness. And tomorrow night, there will be more light joining our light. And the night after that, there'll be even more. For the candles of Hanukkah remind us of a deep spiritual truth, that each and every one of us can bring light, that who we are is enough, that hope is not lost, that when we can hope for better, then we can work for better, and then we can take back all of the places that have been desecrated, and we can make them holy once again.
Atoms dance in the darkness of space. Water swirls in the deep, dark ocean. Cells knit together in the perpetual night of a mother's womb. In the beginning there was darkness, begins the ancient myth of creation. Darkness, along with silence, is the beginning of everything. 500 million years ago, fungi climbed out of the dark seas and quietly, imperceptibly began to create the first soils. All the life of the land and sea that evolved from that point forward, including our own species of noisy primates, developed from there. Whether you are sitting before a holiday tree in winter or gazing up at the inky night sky, there is something primordial about the way darkness calls to us. In this season, as we near the winter solstice, we anticipate and welcome the coming of more sun and longer days. And even as we do that, the winter solstice calls us to rest and revel in this time of darkness. When I ponder darkness, I think of playing flashlight tag as a child with neighbor kids, the joy of running and hiding in the shadows, the way that moonlight lit up our faces sometimes, and navigating with that small light when it was your turn, reveling in the darkness. Just as many animals curl up in their dens to hibernate or to slow down in their cold, watery homes, so too do we humans tend toward inwardness and stillness in the winter. It is a season for reflection, healing, rest, and creativity. I know that for me, every year, reliably, when the temperature drops below 40 for the first time, I feel in my hands the need to start a new knitting project and to tend to the comfort of my home. In the darkness of winter, there is time for mystery, creativity, and rest. Time to gather and prepare for what is to come, to nurture seeds of new life, new ways, new things. The solstices teach us that both darkness and light come, and they go, reliably, perpetually. Winter always brings the darkness that is necessary for nurture, healing, and rest, and the light always returns. Now let us rise in body and or spirit, and we'll sing hymn number 55, Dark of Winter.
Let my thoughts go where they In his poem Solstice by Gary Kowalski, he invites us deeper into the gifts of winter's darkness, into the mysteries of life itself. Night has its own kind of beauty, different than the beauty of day. Night is a time of sleep and dreams and inward visions, a time of pause within activity. Darkness is an invitation to imagining and storytelling, and to use ears to using ears instead of eyes, to listen to the world in its stillness. Darkness is the den of life in germination, and darkness is the portal of death that opens to eternity, the mystery of all time past and endless time to come. At the center of our being, there is light and there is darkness, the known and the unknown, the named and the nameless, the finite and the infinite. Light and dark are different, but not opposed to each other. Like a pair of nurturing parents, they are friends with one another and with us.
Our Rebecca Parker offers us this meditation on the stillness of solstice and our place in the universe. Perhaps, for a moment, the typewriters will stop clicking, the wheels stop rolling, the computers desist from computing, and a hush will fall over the city. For an instant, in the stillness, the chiming of the celestial spheres will be heard as Earth hangs poised in the crystalline darkness and then gracefully tilts. Let there be a season when holiness is heard and the splendor of living is revealed. Stunned to stillness by beauty, we remember who we are and why we are here. There are inexplicable mysteries. We are not alone.
I invite you to take a deep breath with me now, to breathe in peace and breathe out love together. Take a moment to center yourself and feel your connection to all that is, to the wellspring of the earth, to the cycle of life, and to the cycles of the celestial spheres that give us darkness and light. Feel your connection to the ancestors that have come before us. Feel the love and strength of this congregation within, among, and beyond us. Together we give thanks for the gift of this day, for the gift of music, for the gift of this community and all that it holds. We give thanks for the nurturing darkness. We give thanks for the guiding light. As the Maccabees lit the first candle with hope and faith, I will light candles now for those we seek to hold in the care of this community. Today, we hold in our hearts with tender care all those carrying the pain of loss and grief. We offer our witness and our presence. You are not alone. We hold in our hearts all who are struggling with depression, anxiety, and all forms of illness. We send hope for healing and strength and hold you in our hearts. We hold in our hearts those filled with joy and celebration. Really, we do. May your celebrations be filled with light, and may your joy shared be joy multiplied. We hold in our hearts all who are moving through transitions at this time. The path forward may seem dark at times, and we send strength and light to guide the way. We hold in our hearts all who carry the burdens of oppression. May your burdens be eased, and may the light of justice break through to make it so. And finally, in this beautiful broken world of ours, we lift up the vision that peace and justice are possible. May we find restoration in the darkness, and may we shine the bright light of our love throughout this community and the world. Will you join me now in a spirit of prayer or meditation? As we near the holiday of Christmas, we remember the Magi, observers of stars, evidence-based seekers who found their way to kneel before a baby. May we too kneel before the intricacies of life's mysteries, following the path of science-based searchers for truth. We remember Mary, birth mother of a revolutionary prophet. The fetus in her womb a surprise, her choice a decision to magnify her hope. The birth difficult, attended by a beautiful diversity of animals and a ragtag gathering of vulnerable people. May we too kneel at the cradle of Earth's dreams for peace and dedicate ourselves to revolutionary love. We remember the angels singing in a cold night to the overtaxed poor, promising peace and goodwill to all. May we echo their song in acts of solidarity and justice for all souls, elder souls, immigrant souls, young souls, disabled souls, Black souls, and transgender souls. May we join the bold, holy movement to bring heaven to earth. May the morning star brighten our hope for a new day, and may joy and laughter strengthen all our prayers. Amen. And now I invite you to rise in body or spirit, and let's sing together hymn number 241, In the Bleak Midwinter. In the ever-dancing balance of the great forces of darkness and light, we know that without darkness, light cannot be perceived. Without darkness, light has no meaning. We recall the Magi of the Christmas story seeing that big bright star in the sky, understanding what it meant and following it, carrying their gifts of gratitude, gold, frankincense, myrrh, and other things babies need. We recall the shepherds tucking in for the night, perhaps on a hillside, pulling their cloaks around them for warmth, their eyes adjusting to the dark, scanning the horizon for wolves or thieves. And then suddenly, the hillside is flooded with light, unimaginably bright light. They are stunned, confused, and then called to move forward. In the story, this, of course, was the supernatural light of the herald angels, bringing the news that a special baby had been born, just as every baby that is born is special. God, the angels said, had come to us in a child born in a stable to an immigrant mother. What else is the Christmas story but a supernova of a statement that love itself is born unto us in our daily lives, even in the dark and cold? That Emmanuel, God with us, comes to us amidst all our brokenness and all the world's brokenness. Christmas reminds us that, like the shepherds, we share a common night, and we bear collective witness to the breaking through of light in and around us. Christmas reminds us that the light of love is the divine spark born in each of us, that each of us carries the light of inherent worth and dignity, and that love becomes flesh in human form every time a child is born. May the light of love burn brightly in us and lead the way toward more life, more justice, more love. May it be so.
All the shadows everywhere beyond the stable door will be transfigured in the light, and shadows be no more.
Shadows of the world before, will shadows be no more?
The organization that YRUU chose for the December Split the Plate and Gift Drive this year is CAGE. CAGE stands for Community Agricultural Growing Experiences. It is located on 13th and Reservoir in the 53206 zip code of our great city. 53206 has the highest murder rate in our city and has the unfortunate distinction of leading that statistic nationwide as well. Many of the victims are under 18. We're talking about kids my age, experiencing unspeakable trauma. I am fortunate. I have had every opportunity afforded to me. I've been told I can be anything I want to be and do anything I set my mind to, yet growing up is hard. The young men CAGE works with, they haven't heard that. In fact, society gives them a much different message. And if it wasn't for CAGE, those messages might just stick. But no, Andre Lee Ellis, the founder of CAGE, doesn't accept that. Andre teaches the boys to become men. He sets high expectations for them and they meet them. He helps them set goals and they now see they can be anything they set their minds to. Through CAGE, Community Agricultural Growing Experiences, the young men grow themselves while growing food for the community. They feed their souls while feeding others. CAGE brings hope and a sense of community pride to a place that frankly hasn't had a lot of that. In addition to a share of the Sunday collections, CAGE will benefit from our collection of toys and coats. Please bring to the church by Wednesday, December 18th.
I'm just going to hop in here since we have no internet. The giving information is not on the screen. So we will kindly accept your offering in person with loose cash or checks labeled split, or text UUCW to 73256, or go to uucw.org and click donate. You can also mail your contributions to the church office. Thank you.
Will you please join me now in reading the words for the offering dedication, which are printed in your order of service. To the work of this community, which is to ground ourselves in love and joy, and to act for inclusion and justice, we dedicate ourselves and these our offerings. Sound of acclamation indeed. Now let us rise once again in body and or spirit, and we'll sing together Joy to the World, the words for which are printed in your order of service. In the shadowed quiet of winter's light, earth speaks softly of her longing. Come, she cries to us, kneel down here in the frosty grass. Bend your ear to my heart and listen hard. Love this world, she whispers. Rest in the rhythm of the turning year. Vow anew to do no harm. The winter trees stand watch. Glory sings here. Heaven echoes the call. Repeat the sounding joy. Make your life an answer. Bow, praise, and rise. Blessed be, and amen.